What is good, YouTube world? It's your boy SBS coming to you with another gaming review. I haven't done none of these bad boys since a very long time, and I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts 2.5, pretty much the 1.5 and 2.5 trilogy of the Kingdom Hearts. It's the remix of the previous two Kingdom Hearts games from the PlayStation 2 era, but I want to talk about this particular game as a whole. You know, I will talk about the first one and the chain of memories and things like that in the next video, but to me, I had to separate the difference between this game and all the rest of the games. I really feel like this Kingdom Hearts 2 was epic as hell, and I can't wait for the third one to release soon. And this one looks like it's gonna be really good based on how the graphics, based on how the gameplay look, and the new adventures that Sora, Goofy, and Donald is going to encounter. So anyways, let me just talk about Kingdom Hearts 2.5, or just Kingdom Hearts 2 as a whole. So basically, you already know this is Kingdom Hearts 2, but 2.5 remix. And basically, if you haven't played this game, let me elaborate to you guys. So it takes place where Sora, Goofy, and Donald were in a deep sleep for a year after the first Kingdom Hearts game, and in the beginning you played as one of the protagonists in the game called Roxas. So he's kind of like Sora in a way, you know, the way that they fight, the way that they wield the Keyblade, you know. So Roxas is really didn't know of his previous past as part of the Organization 13. So, however, afterwards, Sora came back to reality, you know, woke up from a long slumber alongside of Donald and Goofy, and they woke up and, you know, realized that they had, you know, came to a different town, you know, and pretty much this town that they had came to was Twilight Town. So basically this place was really mysterious for them, but however, basically this game is, you know, what Sora always been doing for a long time, looking for Riku and Kairi, you know, who are the other characters in the game. So if you haven't played the first game, that was the whole plot of what was going on, was to look for, you know, Kairi and Riku. So not only just that, you know, Sora, of course, is pretty much the true main protagonist throughout the whole Kingdom Hearts series, and go to different worlds that are Disney related, like, you know, Hercules and Mulan, Lion King, and, you know, the list goes on. So to me, of course, it mixed the different worlds between the Disney world and the gaming anime type of world, because Kingdom Hearts has this anime type of persona, you know. So I love the idea that this game was brought up, you know, even though, you know, some people may think that it's a little kiddyish, and some people, as a hardcore gamer and a hardcore otaku anime fan, they will appreciate Kingdom Hearts, or just pretty much someone who's into RPG games, you know. So I'm gonna tell you that the gameplay, it's really awesome as hell, you know. It is way better than the first game, in fact better than Chain of Memories, you know. And to be quite frank, in my opinion, Sora is like really awesome in this game, and you know, he can adapt different powers, where of course he can produce spells, and he wields the Keyblade, and of course you get different Keyblades every time you embark into any adventures, you know. Also too, his wardrobe is different from the previous Kingdom Hearts games, where different color of his clothing will determine his powers. So To be honest, I think that it is pretty awesome that he actually has this type of ability where he can fly, he can roll, he can jump, he can do a lot of things and stuff like that. So basically, that's the biggest pros about this game. It's just that the graphics is good, the gaming mechanics is really dope. Even though you just press one button, even though you gotta press between whatever selections that you wanna encounter in the game, because this is your typical RPG type of game. You know, just like, you know, it's related to Final Fantasy and you know, things like that. So obviously, you know, this game was pretty much one of the dopest games of all time back in 2016, and I would have to say that I love the fact that the gameplay really pack a punch in this game, you know, and it has good melee, you know, with how Sora, Goofy, and Donald encounter into a battle. And you know, I will say that it gets very challenging every time you face against anybody who's part of the Organization 13 and the boss battles and things like that. I remember the first Kingdom Hearts game, when every time you in the Hercules missions, when you're part of the Olympics or whatever, it gets harder and harder each time. But I mean, regardless, this game can get very hard depending on if you pretty much level up, you know, and it's important for you to level up. That way you can adapt more skills and more power, and your spells will pretty much upgrade to a stronger advance of damages towards enemies, you know. So I feel like my favorite mission has to be the Mulan mission because of the counter attacks, and the Tron one was pretty cool. In fact, how Sora has different looks on the game and whatnot. The Lion King one was pretty cool too, but I would have to say Mulan was pretty much the dopest one thus far, you know. Overall, like, the summon, I would say it's good too, but I barely have used the summons because most of the times I just go all out with the spells and just using my, you know, counterattacks and melee skills, you know, and just keep on upgrading. But however, this game, I can only say that the cons is that it gets very overwhelming when it comes to challenging against the Organization 13, you know. And because of that, you know, if you don't level up, then it's gonna be hard for you to defeat some of them. And also just any other Kingdom Hearts games, is that you gotta put as many like potions or anything that you need to be in order to be in a battle. So there's limitations of putting potions and Excalibur and things like that into the options of using them in the game. So any potions is limited. So if you're not in battle, but when you're in adventure, you can just pull it out whenever. But I can't complain about this game. This game is dope as fuck. It's the greatest game of all time, and I cannot wait for 3 to drop. And basically, this game is like the best that ever lived during the early 2000s era. So anyways, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Please leave your comments on the comment sections below, like, hit that bell icon, and subscribe to my channel. SBX wrapping this up. Thanks for watching. Peace out.